Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. So my name's Katie and today I'm going to be playing a game of Bookish Never Have I Ever. That was really hard to say, not a New Yorkshire accent. Yeah, so I saw this idea on Elliot Brooks's channel and I thought it was so fun. So I asked on Twitter for some prompts and I got loads, so I'm not going to be doing absolutely all of them, otherwise I'd be dead on the floor. But I'm going to be choosing some of them. So I've got my, well, this is actually kombucha because I'm pretty sure I'm allergic to hard alcohol, but yeah, anyway. Yeah, I just thought this was a really fun idea, so cheers. And yeah, if you see me looking down, my laptop's down here, so. So the first one is, never have I ever DNF'd a book before the first 50 pages. So I don't think I have done this. I'm really bad at DNFing books. I need to be better at it. But I don't know, I always kind of want to finish them. I can DNF series, so if I finish the first book in a series and I didn't like it, then I don't feel like I have to complete the series. But if, yeah, I don't like DNFing, although sometimes I do kind of do what I call a soft DNF, which is where I read a bit and then I just sort of don't really want to pick it up. So I don't kind of pick it up for ages, and then maybe I will get to it eventually, but yeah, so sometimes I do that, but I'm not going to drink that one. So then the next one is, never have I ever had a crush on an extremely problematic protagonist. So I'm going to drink for that one because, well, normally I don't, because I usually like the kind of sunshiny characters rather than the problematic ones, but unfortunately Kaz Brackett exists, so I think we'll all be drinking to that one. Yeah, so that's my answer for that one. So then the next one is, never have I ever pretended to like a character because I wasn't in the mood to defend my actual stance. So I don't think I've ever done this actually. I don't know, yeah, I think I'm quite good at vocalising when I don't like characters. Both. So I don't think I think maybe I've popular opinion has maybe swayed me to like a character a bit more than I would otherwise. Yeah, I don't think I've ever pretended to super like a character. Never have I ever bought a book knowing full well I wasn't going to read it. So I'm gonna drink and I'm gonna show you. This is one I probably should read. And that is my big medicine textbook. This is very large. But yeah, I mean, I'm sure I will read little sections of it, but there's absolutely no way I'm gonna read all of this. I have a little handbook which I use quite a lot, but this one's just very chunky, so yeah, it's more of a reference thing I think rather than a actual book. But in terms of fiction books, I don't think I ever really buy books without the intention of reading them. Maybe collector's editions, if I've already read the book, I might buy it and then never actually read from the collector's edition, just have to kind of look pretty. But actually I do quite like reading from collector's editions. So anyway, so then the next one is, never have I ever bought an entire series without reading the first one. So I've definitely done that. So The Lives of Locke Lamora, I bought all three without having read the first one, which fortunately I really love that series, so that was quite good. Yeah, I try not to do it, but I do it sometimes, and especially if on Kindle, if they're all on offer. I think I bought the whole Heroes of Olympus series because they were all 99p and I hadn't read any of them, but I just wanted to get them because they were cheap. So yeah, so I do definitely do that. Next one is, never have I ever thrown a book in anger. So I don't think I've ever done this. I tend to hug when if something bad happens or I'm angry at the book, I tend to hug it close to me rather than throw it away. I don't know why I do that. Maybe it's just so I can have a moment, but yeah, I'm more of a bring it in rather than throw it away kind of person. Never have I ever dog-eared a book. So I've definitely done that. I don't do it a lot. I prefer to use bookmarks, but I think occasionally I have been known to do that, so that's that one. Never have I ever spilled food or beverage on a book. I'm not sure if I've done this actually. I don't generally eat or drink while reading, so I think I probably haven't done that. Although when I was filming that Disney video, I poured some hot water and that kind of spilled all over the books I had on the floor, so there's that one. But yeah, so I'm gonna say no. Never have I ever taken out a library book and returned it without opening it once. So I've definitely done this. So mostly I just use library for textbooks, so I have definitely taken out textbooks and never read them. But also I tend to use Kindle. Well, I just got Kindle Unlimited and I keep like downloading books but then returning them because I know I'm never going to get to them. I've fallen in love with a book character. So believe it or not, if you follow me on Twitter, I mean, I love Adeline a lot, but I don't think I've ever actually like fallen in love with a character. I tend to like want them to like be my little precious beans and like wrap them in blankets and stuff. But I have definitely thirsted over a book character. Cassius, I'm looking at you. Yeah, so I have done that, but yeah. Felt personally attacked when someone bashes your favourite character online. So no, I haven't felt attacked because obviously I respect people's opinions. And obviously, and I don't ever, like, most of my favourite characters, I never really see people like bashing them. Because obviously everyone has great taste who follows me. Yeah, I have seen some bad things about Vin recently. But I mean, and I really love her, but I guess I can see maybe where you're coming from now. Yeah, anyway. And then thoughts about writing your own book. So I have thought about this, well, except the problem is, well, like, I always come up with ideas, but I would never like seriously write a book because I have absolutely no writing talent whatsoever. Like, if I was to write a story, it would probably be like, once upon a time, George the baby dragon woke up, just threw stuff everywhere, and then like something like he woke up with a raging case of systemic dragonitis and had to go to the local healer, but then so we got a course of antibiotics, but then he couldn't have antibiotics because it was a viral infection. That would be like what my story would be. I don't know why I'm drinking. Yeah, that was a tangent. But yeah, I don't have much talent at writing, so I would never be able to like properly write a book. I'm in awe of all you talented authors out there, but it's not me. I could write a book on equations maybe, or medicine. I could write a medicine book. So never have I ever dropped a book in the bath. I haven't done this because I rarely have baths. I'm much more of a shower person. Yeah, so I've never done that. Never have I ever judged a book by its cover. I've definitely done that. Generally, the biggest factor that determines whether I buy a book like physically or not is whether the cover's pretty. So yeah, if it's an ugly cover, I'll probably get it on my Kindle, but if it's a pretty cover, like, I like to have it. Like The Girl and the Stars, that's a very pretty cover. Never have I ever preferred the movie to the book. I'm gonna drink to that one. I'm gonna need a top up. Because I think generally I prefer the books, especially for like fantasy things. But I mean, I love the Little Women book, but I think the movie just kind of had a special place in my heart. I just really love that, and I like how there was a bit more like of the timeline of their lives. I don't know if that made sense. So I definitely occasionally prefer the movie to the book. Never have I ever cancelled plans with a friend or family member so I could continue reading. I've definitely done this. Well, maybe not explicitly so I could continue reading, but just more so I didn't really want to do it, so I just carried on reading. Yeah, and I definitely like when some like big like new releases I'm super excited for, like I deliberately won't plan anything that day so I can just read all day. That's what I'm planning on doing with Rhythm of War. Hopefully I can like take the day off uni or something, but yeah, that would be good. So the next one is never have I ever pretended to like a book because my friends or booktube liked it. I don't think I've done this. I think sometimes like because I'm quite a positive person, I feel like sometimes it seems like I like books more than I do, like certain books. But yeah, I'd never like pretend I liked a book if I didn't like it, if that makes sense. I guess popular opinion might sway my rating a little bit. Like say Name of the Wind. I think it was a solid book, but I didn't really enjoy it that much, so I gave it like 3.75 stars. But maybe if it wasn't so hyped, I might have given it like 3.5 stars. I don't know. Yes, a bit of a toss-up, that one. So the next is never have I ever kept a library book. I don't think I've done this actually. I've definitely returned books late and incurred the charges, but I don't think I've ever actually like kept one. So I'm good. Never have I ever tried to count the last pages of the book and spoiled myself on the last page. So I actually I'm just drinking, have a top up. So I have actually done this kind of, but I do it deliberately. So sometimes I get anxiety when I'm reading, especially if it's like the final of a series that I'm like really anticipating or something, and I need to know that like what happens. So I sometimes like read the last page deliberately, because I don't know, this is really weird, but I enjoy books sometimes so much more if I have been spoiled for what happens, because then I'm not worrying constantly about what's gonna happen, and I can just, yeah, like enjoy what's happening to the characters rather than, yeah, just being anxious. So I do actually do that to myself deliberately. So yeah, that's just a little reading quirk of mine. Never have ever cried in public because of a book I was reading. So I have actually done this, even though I hardly ever cry at books. Sometimes when I'm listening to audiobooks, I think audiobooks are probably the medium that's most likely to make me cry, just because the like voice acting of the narrator. And I usually listen to audiobooks when I go for a walk. So I have definitely teared up a bit when I was on my walk. I think one time I did it when I was listening to the Golden Sun audiobook. Like there's a scene near the end with Darrow and Mustang and Ragnar in a cave. And yeah, that's just very emotional. So I definitely did it then. And also I read this book called The Music of What Happens, I think it's called. And that got me quite teary. I was listening to the audiobook for that. So yeah, that has happened. Never have I ever bought different editions of the same book. I've definitely done that. Yeah. I have 3 copies of Six of Crows. So I have the normal copies, the collector's editions and the ebooks on my Kindle. And then I have 2 versions of The Way of Kings. So I have the audiobooks and the normal copies. 2 copies of the Mistborn books, the like collector's editions and the normal copies. Yeah, I think they're the only ones I have duplicates of. Oh, Clockwork Angel, I had the collector's edition and my Kindle ebook. But yeah, I definitely do this. I mean, don't think I'd ever have like really like loads and loads of the same book, but I don't mind like 1 or 2 extra copies. Oh yeah, there's another one. Never have I ever read the last page first. So I've definitely done that. We talked about that before. Never have I ever read a series out of order. I've done that. I'm a very chaotic reader. Like, I'm quite bad at reading series in order, especially, well, I'm usually okay at reading like the actual whole series in order, but I'm really, if authors have like lots of interconnecting series like Shadowhunters or Rick Riordan or the Cosmere. Well, the Cosmere is kind of a bit different, but yeah, I've definitely read like things out of order. I almost read the Winter Night trilogy in the wrong order. I almost read The Girl in the Tar first, but I saved myself from that one. Yeah, I read Shattered Realms before Seven Realms, even though it's like a direct continuation. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I read The Dark Artifices first. I almost read Trials of Apollo first, but I managed to stop myself. Yeah, I just kind of read things as and when. Never have ever Googled a character only to find out they die later in the series. I have done that. I've almost run out. Yeah, especially the Cosmere stuff. So I like looked it up on Tumblr to like look at the funny stuff, but then you always get kind of like spoiled. So yeah, I've done that. I have. That's a bit Yorkshire. Loved a book up until the very end, but the ending ruined the whole book for you. So I think I've done this actually. It's my last one. With a couple of books. Well, before they are hanged by Joe Abercrombie, that ending annoyed me a bit because I felt like there was like no kind of plot payoff, so that annoyed me. What else? Well, Night of the Dragon, I don't think it ruined the book for me, but I was just a bit sad that there was quite a lot of, in my opinion, unnecessary character deaths. I know a lot of people like books with like stakes, but I tend to prefer like books to have happy endings. So that kind of made me a bit sad. Yeah, there are 2 that I can think of off the top of my head. I never have ever changed my mind about a character halfway through a book, so I'm gonna pretend to drink. Because, oh, I got a drop. Because I have definitely done that. I think the most recent example I can think of is Alistair Carstairs from Chain of Gold. Yeah, I definitely changed my mind on him. Who else? Oh, Dnf'D and Tonkvar from Warbreaker. Definitely changed my mind on them. Yeah, sometimes characters grow on me. Glockter in the what's it called? The First Law, no. what's the first one called? Oh, The Blade Itself. I didn't really like him at first, but he definitely grew on me. I think especially in the audiobook as well, the guy's voice for him is so good. And the last one is Never Have I Ever Smelt a Book. So I've definitely done that. I love the like book smell, just any book, like especially I really love the smell of cookbooks actually. Yeah, just and new books, I'm always smelling them. Yeah, I do really like the smell of books. That's a bit weird, but I'm sure we can all relate. So yeah, so I hope you all enjoyed this video. I'm a bit hyper now. Yeah, I don't really drink alcohol, so I always tend to get like high prof sugar or caffeine or something. Yeah, hopefully you enjoyed the video, and if you have any comments on any of the stuff I've said, I would love it if you could leave a comment down below. And yeah, if you enjoyed the video, I'm sure I've said that like 3 times, please give it a like and consider subscribing if you haven't already. And yeah, I hope you're all having a great day, and I will see you next time.